Hello again, YouTube, and welcome back to Sakura Succubus 6. My name is MS-Punker1, and last video it was just after the Hazels tournament. We, Hazel, Marina, and Hifumi were gathered together and discussing some things, or just talking and relaxing. But Hazel was still full of energy, seems like. And after some back and forth and disagreement between the girls, Hazel and we decided to take a walk through the garden, where Hazel still couldn't really keep her hands or feet or things for herself, and in the end decided to go for a swim, you could say. So what happens now afterwards? The next day. She got the cold, didn't she? Yep, she did. She would be fine if she hadn't decided to take a dip in a fountain. I sigh while massaging my template with my fingertips. I did think last night after Hazel's sojourn in the fountain that this might happen, despite her protest to the contrary. So it seems like even idiots get colds. Hazel reassures me that the idiot doesn't catch colds, which is a pretty popular aphorism. But Hazel isn't as stupid as she lets on. She's pretty canny in actual fact, and she's good at reading her opponent's mind when she plays tennis. She wasn't smart enough, however, to predict that she would, after getting soaked, catch a cold. I could say I told you so, but that'd be a bit of a jerk move, especially when Hazel looks so shamefaced. I guess I'll let her off the hook, although you should be more careful. Might be succubus, but you're not immune from getting sick. Hazel giggles coyly while pressing the tips of her fingers together. Of course I care about you. You're important to me. Hazel dips her head, her face flushing, which is rare for her. She doesn't often blush. Having cold must have lowered her defenses. That or her face was flustered already, owing to her fever. Maybe it's a bit of column A and a bit of column B, whatever that is. Hazel isn't so unwell she can't sit up in bed, but she looks worse when worse for wear. She doesn't even have the energy to assume her human form, so she's clad in the attire of a succubus right now. Her horns are protruding from her scalp, and her tail is twitching against her sheets. Hifumi, meanwhile, is kneeling behind Hazel on the bed, while wiping her back down with a sponge. Since Hazel's sick, she's a little sweaty. Her toned skin, a lot of which is on display, is damp with damp and slick. Her hair, freed from its usual ponytail, is hanging lonely about her shoulders. She looks more girly somehow than usual, and less energetic, more honorable maybe. It's quite sweet in a way. At least it would be if I wasn't so worried about her. Well, thanks. I'm not trying to woo you, though. Not while you're sick. I'm just being honest. I really do care for you. I don't like to see you so run down. No, I prefer your energetic self. Hazel giggles. Sorry. It bothered me a bit, yeah. But seeing you having been fun made me happy. In a self-defeating kind of way, I guess. It's so rare to see you lay down up in bed. It's kind of alarming, even if peace and quiet might be appreciated for time to time. And I will be happy at you being ill, though. That's why I want you to hurry up and get better. Hifumi smiles amused. I know. Well, that's why I asked you to look after Hazel rather than Marina. Hazel shivers. I doubt she would want to risk catching your germs either. Hifumi touched, while continuing to wipe down the sweat from Hazel's flustered skin. Indeed. I'm glad you only caught the common cold. It's been frigid lately. It's a good thing you didn't get pneumonia. And now Hazel's back to coughing. The shoulders convulse from the strain of it. And the face looks pretty flustered. Hifumi sighs. I don't want to see you get hurt either, which means from now on there's be no more diving into fountains. Am I making myself plain and clear? Hazel smiles, abashed. Hazel looks between Hifumi and I, while toying with a strand of her hair, and says, time passes, and in a few scant days Hazel makes a full recovery. She was coughing a lot, but she looks just fine now, as upbeat and energetic as ever before. I guess Succubus are made of strong stuff. As the days go by, almost in a blur, my penultimate day in Astoria eventually arrives. With my inevitable return to Japan looming on the horizon, Stephania decides to set a plan into motion, namely her televised Karuta competition with Hifumi. Elizabeth spends the day preparing the parlor in anticipation for the camera crew who will be arriving. She dusts and polish mops and waxes, and in short does all she can to ensure every single surface is sparkling. Once the parlor has been prepared, the Karuta cards for Stephania and Hifumi's ultimate showdown are arranged. was so upon the carpet. The camera crew arrived around 8:30 to film the proceedings. When we arrive, Hifumi and Stephania have already taken their positions in the parlor, both facing the other from across their respective play areas. Hifumi is attired as per usual in her elegant kimono. Her dark straight hair cascades about her shoulders like a waterfall, and upon her face is painted. Upon her face is painted a small, tranquil smile. Stephania, for her part, looks similarly well groomed. She is attired in her dark blue gown she often wears while gathering about the palace. Her blonde hair fixed back in a loose ponytail. Two loose ponytails, I'd say. Stephania's green eyes are bright and alert, and when the camera crew arrives, she turns to greet them thus. Stephania beams when addresses the faceless masses directly. Her gaze trained unflinchingly upon the staring lens of the camera. A smiling Hifumi waves at the camera. Grinning, Stephania looks back at the camera. You and me both, Hifumi. Stephania's effusive interest in our national pastimes is charming to say the least. Though I hesitate to call Karuta a huge point of cultural interest. It's a uniquely Japanese sport, yeah, but it's not widely played even it's in its country of origin. It's pretty niche. Most kids nowadays don't have an interest in slapping cards around. They'd rather play phone games. As for me, meanwhile, I don't really play much games on my phone. I play them on console. So, but I don't so much for card games either. But I guess I can see it. I think I'm starting to see the appeal of Karuta. It isn't something I've ever taken much interest in before. But if Stephania likes it, then I'm willing to learn more about it. Certainly, it's a very refined pastime. Stephania stabs a finger in Hifumi's direction and cries. And so a fierce competition soon unfolds between both these women. Before the ever-watching eye of an impartial camera lens. They face one another as master and her disciple. Hifumi the clear superior, Stephania the plucky young challenger. Elizabeth reads out the cards, which if a pair scramble, split seconds after she is able to announce the first few syllables. Hifumi's motions are exceedingly elegant. As is to be expected. She moves with the grace of a swan on the water. Her long kimono sleeves fluttering behind her. Stephania, meanwhile, is much clumsier. She scatters cards when she moves and commits a handful of faults, which puts her in a significant disadvantage. Still, Stephania doesn't falter, despite the gulf which grows between her and Hifumi. She pays no attention at all to the camera focused upon her. You don't even make her pass. Stephania is too focused on her Karuta to pay any outside distractions any heed. At one point during her very long protracted game, she's able to score a series of conclusive points against Hifumi, but Hifumi is able to take one card from Stephania's side on the field, then another, and another. This series of losses shakes Stephania, and Hifumi is soon able to re-establish her dominance to the playing field. The minutes which pass by seem to do so in a blur. I never really gotten the hype around Karuta. It's a hopelessly slow-paced sort of sport, and I've never been too immersed with classical poetry. But I feel myself getting sucked into the match regardless. The atmosphere in the parlor is so dense. It feels almost electric. The air seems to crackle with adrenaline. I wonder what the viewers back home are thinking of the spectacle. Karuta might seem an incredible sport to those who don't care for the classic Japanese poetry. But at its heart, it's a raw battle of wills between its competitors. I feel like I finally understood the appeal of the game after all these years. This is why people continue to play Karuta, despite it being such an old sport. It's a certain thrill to it that's comparable to chess or shogi, but it feels even more intense. Maybe because the competitors have to physically launch forward to seize the cards. The game is based around the memory, precision, and just a bit of luck. Those with the fastest reflexes are favored, but they aren't guaranteed to win. To be good at competitive Karuta, one has to put in a huge amount of work. As the match unfolds, I find myself rooting inadvertently for well, sad that it isn't the option that says both, but guess Hifumi. Hifumi. Hifumi is the reigning queen of Karuta for a reason. The amount of work she decided to dedicated to the sport can't be overstated. Her every movement is graceful, her attacks quick, sharp and refined. She looks so beautiful, tied in that traditional kimono of hers, but she's captured my heart. I do appreciate, however, how hard Stephania has toiled to become as good as she is. Both Hifumi and Stephania have labored for many hours to reach this point, but alas. As which most games obviously leak, there can only be one victor, and in the end, I guess Hifumi won. Stephania stares down at the floor, utterly defeated. Her shoulders shake and her pale eyelashes tremble. Hifumi has taken such an overwhelming lead that can be no coming back for Stephania. There are still 3 cards left on the field, but securing all of these wouldn't be enough for Stephania to beat her. Best her. The loss is immediately apparent, even to a guy with as little knowledge about Karuta as me. Continuing would be pointless. Hifumi has emerged the victor. I wonder how Stephania will take this. It was her idea to stage this competition and to broadcast it across Astoria. Her pride must be smarting because of it. She's the representative of Karuta in Astoria. I wouldn't be at all surprised if she's the most accomplished player in the whole country, but she still lost. Now her defeat has been broadcast for thousands of people to see. This isn't the first time Stephania has lost against Hifumi either. This marks her second defeat, despite her lofty proclamations. Stephania poured a huge amount of energy into performing her craft, but she was still bested. I bet she must be experiencing a myriad of emotions right now. I half mind to approach her and to console her, but with wide eyes, Stephania raises her head and affixes a thumb with a bright grin. Affix. She isn't whimpering as I feared. She might, as I feared she might. And her green eyes are quite devoid of tears. Instead, Stephania looks simply blissfully happy, so much so I feel purified upon regarding her. Stephania's made of sterner stuff than I thought. She isn't a sort of burst into tears of a little loss like this. She's far too strong. Hifumi giggles. Stephania sighs. That's nice. Hifumi opens her arms wide, then folds Stephania gently into her bosom. Hifumi pets the top of Stephania's blonde head, reassuringly. I find myself pondering Hifumi's words as an impartial observer to Hifumi and Stephania's embrace. I wonder how I exactly feel about Stephania. Do I adore her? Personally, I like her, but I wouldn't go that far actually. I think I prefer the other girls. I certainly like Stephania, but it's true. But adoring somebody is much stronger feeling than mere liking. I think it's still too soon to come to a conclusive conclusion on that front. Still. Stephanie is cute, but I can't deny. She's so cute, I'm afraid I might go into septic shock. It should be illegal for one girl to be this adorable. But I think that's a good point to end this video at, so hope you liked it, and if you did so, leave a like to it as usual, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!